So once you get it, you've got your data file in a CSV format, open it in Excel, do your, actually at this point it's got their name and address and everything, so you can merge it right into your Word document. You don't have to do another thing.
So that's pretty easy. That's great.
Okay. Now, let's see. Any questions on this part while I'm here, or any of this new info? Anybody dazzled?
Totally.
Yeah.
What were those other fields when you hit export? You just happened to hit the field.
I picked Excel. You can export it in ASCII, or you can export it to a label format where it'll already do labels for you, but that's very limited. It's a lot better to do it in an Excel format. Then you can do your own mail merge, create your own labels, create your own documents, create your own materials, which is a lot better. Because once you've got the data, you can do anything with the data. Yes?
You know, back a couple screens when you were looking at the expired, and Terry said, where's the history on that?
Mm-hmm.
Are there any problems that you found with expired farming, and when you look at the history and they are listed somewhere else?
Yes, actually. So the problem typically arises if it's a property with acreage and they've listed it more than one way, or there's another, maybe there's another listing associated with that property. They might have expired or canceled one, but the other one might still be on the market. So you need to go, you actually need to, just looking in the history isn't always enough. You really need to go and open that expired listing, read the agent remarks, and see if there was another property associated with it. A lot of times they'll say, sold with tax parcel, blah, blah, blah. You need to look and see what that is, and then check those other numbers and see if maybe those are still on the market or relisted, because that has happened. And that is not a good thing, and that will get you in big trouble with MLS. So doing mailings is a very, you have to be very careful and do a lot of work to make sure that you've got a really clean list. And we do a process where we keep track on our forms that Jana was showing you before, where we colored in. We actually track right down to the hour before we go to the post office, and check again like a third time before the mailing goes out to make sure that we don't send to a listed property. Yes.
Do you have a disclaimer on there?
We do.
Okay. Does that help?
Yeah, it does, but that it still causes a lot of potential issues, and I don't want to go before a board, so. Okay. So another thing, there's just all sorts of other tips and tricks that I was thinking of to show you. This is really kind of the bulk of it, and I think I'm probably about time. But one of the other things that I can show you here, how many people use, how many people oftentimes would like to capture what's on the screen and then print it, or capture it and put it somewhere? Mm-hmm. Okay. So several comments. First is that there are a lot of function keys built into Windows, and there are function key lists, and you can just go into Google. One thing that everybody should start getting used to is using Google to find as a resource. If you want to learn how to do a mail merge, or there's information I've told you now, you can just type in Google, how to mail merge Word 2007. It'll take you right to the Microsoft articles, how to do it step by step. So Google is your friend. Use Google. Everything is out there. So there's a lot of function keys too for shortcuts on the screen, and some of those are helpful when you're trying to capture a screen and you want to use it for maybe something else, like capture an image. I'll see if I can.
Just as while you're doing that, Brian, I use that all the time. If you go out on Realist and you try and do a bird's eye view of something, it won't allow you to print it when you click the little icon.
Right.
But if you do a print screen like Brian's going to show you, you can get exactly that, and then go out and cut and paste it, doing what Brian will show you, and then you've got the photo without.
Okay, so let's see. Just make this my active window. and I do Alt print screen instead of Shift print screen, now it will capture just that window. And that's something that's useful if you want to just capture one particular type of info. Now if I go up here and I go Edit, File.
Is it shift or control?
He said
So Alt print screen will just capture the active window that you've got. Shift print screen captures the whole screen. It's just a little stupid trick, but
Say that stupid trick again, would you?
Yeah.
Say that stupid trick again, please.
Shift print screen is everything that you see on the screen, and Alt print screen is just the active window. And that it will just capture that active window.
Thank you.
And what I use this for mostly is converting between one graphic format and another. So if I go up here into File and I do a Save As, now here I can save it, the standard is a bitmap, but I can save it as a JPEG or some other format, which is useful if I'm going to import that image now into some sort of a publisher file or whatever. So,
And Brian, I'm sorry, I missed what program you're in right now. Are you in PaintShop Pro or are you?
just the paint that comes with Microsoft Windows.
Okay.
And I use this so much, it's another one of those things like Excel and Word. It's just copy, paste, shift, control, alt, delete all the time. It seems like I'm doing it. So. And you wanted to know how I created my document? It was just doing this. I captured a screen, cut it, pasted it, saved it as a JPEG, imported it into a publisher file. Boom. So. I think that's about it for today. I will leave you with a toast. When we drink, we get drunk. When we get drunk, we go to sleep. When we go to sleep, we commit no sin. When we commit no sin, we go to heaven. So let's all get drunk and go to heaven.